It's been a while, but Happy Valley is back on Wednesday night, January Cup night. Paul Lally is here with all of the selections for the meeting, and we get the 9 underway at 6:40 on the A course. Servan's racing well at the top of the book. Victorium's had 2 trials since being scratched on the 4th of December. Pegasus General has a new stable. Tongue Tie goes on. Gallant Crown's a 5-time course and distance winner. Invincible Missiles runs second his last 2 goes course and distance. Podium up in Trip Tatnam, 2 trials since his last start, and Red Maverick on a 7-day backup. Paul, the leader is Gallant Crown.
Yeah, he looks that way, doesn't he? He's been racing over shorter distances and leading, so he should be able to go forward and lead here. Tatnam can go forward, can go back. He's drawn low, so I think he'll be positive. So Awesome, another one that can go forward. Red Maverick has been going forward in his races, but he's drawn wide. Solar Go-Go's led, but over longer trips, and Servan's been in great form and he's drawn the inside gate.
We start with the old boy, Invincible Missile, who we go back 2 starts ago here for Paul, where he runs a second behind the Azure, who's won again since. He ran second behind Servan 2 runs ago, who's run a tough second since, and he just keeps flying down the outside. Yeah,
look, he's getting on in age. He's a 9-year-old now, but he's still racing pretty well. Look, I've included him in the placings. He's a horse that he's way below his winning mark, but age is just slowly starting to catch up with him now.
See him, he ran up like he was going to win the race and just couldn't quite get past the Azure there. Servan in our next replay, he was a winner 2 starts ago. He backed it up. He had no luck from the draw this day. He drew 10 and was trapped wide over the 1,600 metres. Won over the 1,650 at Happy Valley 2 starts ago and draws beautifully and won.
Yeah, so he's one of the main dangers, and he'll probably start favourite in the race as well. He should get a lovely run back on the rail. And the Chris So horse is in really good form at the moment. You can see him coming out strongly here, and just couldn't quite run past Fireball here, who has been in good form himself and was a well-rated horse for this. So, yeah, he's one of the main dangers. Like the way he finished off strongly, and prior to this he did win. So coming back to Happy Valley looks good for him, because that's where the win was.
Keegan 2 rides for a first and a second on the horse. So Awesome, running second last time. He's a funny horse to catch. Gallant Crown has run quite a good third since this race, and Podium from the back. He runs on well for 4th. You're taking any of these 3?
Yeah, Gallant Crown, he's 5-time course and distance winner. He gets the claim up to his favourite distance. Barrier number 4 in a bit of form. His last win was off 60. He's down to 37. He's probably the best rated horse of the whole meeting, Gallant Crown. So I think this looks an absolutely nailed on good race for him. So from the front, if he gets no pressure with Alice Wong aboard, I think he'll be tough to beat.
And there you go. That is the reason why Gallant Crown's going to step up from those recent 1,400 metre races and be hard to beat in the first.
Yeah, so Barrier 4 looks really good for him, and he's on top. Gallant Crown, quite like him in this race. Servan, obviously the danger. Podium, as you mentioned, gets back. He'll be running on strongly, and Invincible Missile likewise. 5-1, 10-8.
Paul with Gallant Crown to be first out and first home in the opener. Second race, Happy Valley on Wednesday night. This is a Class 4 over the 1,200 metres. Satirical Fan at the top is on the class drop. Golden Rise has blinkers on the first time. Happy Day wears cheek pieces for the first time. Excellent Piers has the hood off. Knight Purasangue's had 3 trials since his debut run. Spicy Knuckles has cheek pieces on, and Affirm has placed 2 from 3 course and distance. Paul, and is also going to be right on the pace.
Yeah, 2 really noted leaders here. Spicy Knuckles has led both his starts here in Hong Kong, and Affirm loves to go forward. He's drawn wide, so might just have to work to get across. Satirical Fan's another one that's led, but he over a lot longer trips, so I think he'll have to take a trail. Golden Rise has drawn nicely, and he's got the blinkers on for the first time. Loaded with Fluke will try and slot in there midfield. Excellent Pairs looks tricky for him from barrier number 12.
Here is the Chestnut, which is outside the leader on that speed map. His name is Affirm. In the first replay, he's down on the rail turning for home. Paul, he's been doing everything lately other than just hanging on to win a race.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? And he's drawn 2. He's been doing that from good draws. He's drawn forward his last couple, and he's just been beaten both times. It's going to work a little bit harder here from barrier number 10. And there is other pace and influences in the race. Spicy Knuckles, for example, really will serve it up to him. So, look, I've got him in, but not on a win line, just got him in on a minor line.
Another placing for Affirm for Paul. About Golden Rise with those blinkers on for the first time. Zach Purton, John Size are very hard to go past at the moment.
Yeah, I think he looks like a possible win here for Zach. With those blinkers on, he's worked well in them. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 5. He can just sort of sit off the pace. There is a bit of pace in the race, so he should get the race run to suit. And the stable's in fantastic form here at the moment. Was just beaten on the day here, but I think he can go one better on Wednesday night.
And that means we're playing places only for any other replay, which is this one, and it's Street Conqueror winning. We're going back 2 starts ago for the victory for Street Conqueror. He has had a start since and drew poorly in 10. A winner, though, 2 starts ago from the same gate as he gets on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, look, he doesn't win out of turn, this horse. He's had 16 or 15 starts. This will be his 16th for those 2 wins, and the wins were quite well spaced. He's since come out and run okay, sort of after this run as well. So, look, I'm going to put him in, but just on a monoline.
But as we've heard, they're all chasing Golden Rise in the second.
Yeah, I do like Golden Rise in this. I think the blinkers on is a good addition for this horse as well. So he's on top. Now, Fortune Whiskey was a really good run from him last time. Really hit the line strongly with a horse called Spirit of Peace, who's going to be one of the sort of favourites later in the card. Street Conqueror and then a firm on a monoline. 4, 12, 2, 11.
They've combined 24 times for 7 wins. Paul's going 25 for 8 wins for the Purton and Size combination by taking race number 2. Third race now is another Class 4, and this one over the 1650 metres. Hyper Dragon Ball is on the class drop. Mighty Commander stepping up in trip. The Azure, he's won his last 2, extra £4 than what he carried on the most recent victory. Good Luck Win won at huge odds last time, extra £4 on his back also. Foremost Teddy's placed 4 from 8 course and distance. Starmen's now with Ricky Yu. Cheek Pieces tongue tie off. Hood and the Pacifiers go on. Viva Hunter better last time on the all-weather, and Super Baby is a 2-time course and distance winner. Actually went back in a recent trial, Paul, but more forward here. There's a few leaders in this race.
Yeah, look, Good Luck Win led all the way when he won at massive odds last start. Super Baby likes to go forward. Ninja Derby is another one that can go forward. Foremost Teddy's drawn nicely. He's gone forward in the past. Team Happy likes to go forward. Viva Hunter likes to go forward. So as such, I think every horse is going to get their opportunity.
A shock win, as you said last time, for Good Luck Win. He was 95 to 1 when he won this race. He's up on the pace there, turning for home. Ninja Derby was racing okay, just plateaued a bit here when running 5th, but was consistent prior to this race.
Yeah, I'm going to put Ninja Derby in, but just on a minor line for this one. The winner here won nicely enough, Good Luck Win. It's just whether he can put 2 together. He's drawn nicely enough to do it in barrier 1, but I'm just not so sure he can put 2 together, so I didn't put him in then.
And that is him hanging on to beat Snow a lot there. Next up, we have the Azure. He comes into this race in terrific form. Won in Class 5 2 starts ago, then backed it up with a win over Highland Rahi last time. Derek Long jumps aboard for Frankie Law this week.
Always looked like he had ability, this horse, the Azure, and now he's managed to string 2 together. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 4 as well. He should get the pace to suit. There's a lot of pace in this race. I think he can come off the pace. And look, Zach Purton's not riding him. He's on Ninja Derby, but look, I think he can win this race.
Foremost Teddy, costly, has been costly. Yet to win, been around the placings a number of times, raced wide last start, so had an excuse on the 20th of November. Haven't seen him since then. This is his trial up at Chung Fa, second behind a horse called Another World, who won after being barrelled at the 75 metre mark on the weekend.
Yeah, it was a great win by Another World, wasn't it? Does Foremost Teddy want to win? He's had his chances, this horse. He's been on a very slow pace and still run second. That was his best opportunity to win so far. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 2. He'll be on the pace once again, but I think he's had his chances.
So there is a look at Foremost Teddy's trial, Paul, but winning form is good form.
Yeah, look, I quite like the Azure in this race. He's won 2 in a row, and I think he can win another one as well. He hasn't found a strong race here. He's going to get the pace run to suit, so he's on top to beat Mighty Commander. I like him because he comes up to 1650 for the first time. Ninja Derby's always a consistent horse. And a Polar Fighter, now he's drawn nicely in barrier number 3, so he'll get his opportunity, and he should be a good price. 4298.
There it is, the preview for race number 3, the first leg of the early treble. Class 4 1200 is race number 4. Preview time for this one now. We've got a last start winner at the top of the book. Beauty Light carries an extra £8. Iron Legion has his first start. He's had 7 trials. Side Happy's a last start winner. He has an extra 7 on his back for the victory. Lucky Generations has run 4th both times as a Happy Valley starter. Bulb Emperor scratched on the 11th of December with a lame left 4. We've got Circus Real, who's been back to the trials twice since his last start. And Draco now with Ricky Yu, and the hood is off. The cheek pieces are on for the first time, Paul, with Iron Legion doing enough on debut to lead.
Yeah, look, he's led in most of his trials, so I think he can lead in the early stages. Beauty Light went forward last time and won, so I think he'll go forward once again. Happy Tango, another one, an old boy now that likes to go forward. Brave Joy's got the inside draw, and Draco should get a nice run just in behind.
Interview time. Straight to Nick with the trainer of Side Happy. It's David Hayes.
David, off to Happy Valley we go for the January Cup meeting coming up on Wednesday. You've got Sight Happy, who got the job done last time out in beating a firm. Good to see him get his head in front after some sort of decent efforts in defeat.
Yeah, he'd been very unlucky getting held up, probably his 2 previous starts before the win. And look, he'd been working beautifully, and luckily Zach got a clear run and he was able to win, making a lot of ground at the Valley, which is not easy to do. And he might have to do it again because he's got the poor barrier this weekend, but I can tell punters he's really trained on.
And was the sort of the stepping back up to 1200 perhaps the sort of the winning of the race, if you will, going back up from 1000?
Yeah, look, I've got no concerns with the 1200. He's a run-on horse at 1000, and if he drew a barrier, I think he'd be settling a lot closer than he would be this Wednesday. But I don't think Karras has got much choice but to give him a bit of a chance early and let him rattle home.
He's gone up £6 for it. He's up to a mark of 51. I mean, it's the epitome of a Happy Valley race, this, isn't it? Some are in form, some are out of form. Yours is definitely in form. So what more can he do then off of the higher mark now?
Oh, look, I think he'll be a consistent Class 3 horse. He's still young and just getting it right, and has had no luck thus far, so he's probably due to get a bit more luck, and I think by the end of the season he'll be in Class 3.
Talking of luck, you had a nice bit of luck there, double the weekend just gone. 2 nice performances there, nice young horse, and a horse who has been sort of thoroughly consistent in aerial off the front was pretty good. Yeah,
I thought it was a great ride by Alice. He got him there and rated him beautifully, and he's a consistent horse. He's had 10 Quinellas in his career in Hong Kong, which is a pretty good effort.
There is David Hayes on Side Happy. The other last start winner in the race, Paul, is Beauty Light. He'll carry saddlecloth number 1. Zach rode both of them last time to score, and he's on Beauty Light this week.
Yeah, it might be a sort of a sign there, isn't it? And look, he sat a lot closer this time. Did Beauty Light on his debut. He sort of went back from barrier number 8. Now, he's drawn 8 once again, but look, I think this is the way to ride him, obviously, to go forward, and you can see him finishing off really strongly. I thought he had a little bit in hand here. Telecom Dragon sort of running on there for second, but I thought it was a nice win from this horse.
Good report for Beauty Light. Few in this last replay. Happy Tango's been going well enough. Shinkansen's never too far away. Brave Joy 7th, and Lucky Generations has been improving and making some late ground since he's been to the Valley.
Yeah, look, it was a nice race from him, and he did finish off nicely enough for 4th. He's run a couple of 4ths now, has Lucky Generations, so he'll go in on the minor line. Shinkansen, look, he's not, as you say, he's never too far away, but he's just been a little bit disappointing. He hasn't finished off his races with a win, so I'm going to take Lucky Generations out of the race.
All right, he's on a minor line. Who's in around him?
I thought Beauty Light could make it 2 in a row. I thought it was a really nice win from this horse, and he had a bit in hand to beat Side Happy. Now, Circus Real, he's a bit of an enigma for me because he finishes off his races nicely. He's stuck to 1200 metres here. He is by Highland Real, but the way he's finishing off his races, I can see him running right into this, and then Lucky Generations, 1497.
Paul with the double for Zach Purton and John Size, with Golden Rise into Beauty Light to win race number 4. And race number 5 now, another division of the Class 4 over the 1200 metres, and Mega Bonus is on the class drop. He's got an excellent record this grade and distance. Circuit Duffy, a winner 2 starts ago. One for All is a 4-time course and distance winner. La Memento, first start, 8 trials for him. Lakeshore Hero, he made some late ground in a recent trial. Ka-Ying Power's best was his last one when fourth, only beaten a length behind Side Happy, who runs in race number 4. Joint leaders, Paul.
Yeah, One For All likes to lead, and he's got some good pace, but Mega Bonus is another one that's got really speedy. Circuit Duffy's led, Lucky Planet's led, La Memento's shown plenty of pace in his trials. It's going to break up this field, I think. I think it's going to be a race run at a good to fast pace. So that means Happy Park, you'll be looking at slotting in somewhere. Lakeshore Hero, Spirit of Peace, and then Happy Soul back to Iconical. The other two will get back. But I think every horse will get their chance because this field's going to break up a bit.
Here's Nick with the rider of Happy Park, Andrea at Zany.
Andrea, Happy Park is your mount coming up in race 5 on Wednesday night. He's only ever had one run here, but it was pretty good, and you rode him.
Yeah, that's right. I think he was third, and it was a good run. It's a horse that he got better between each start, and he obviously won here at Chatine, and I think the handicap put him up £6, and he ran well the last day too, so back to the valley shouldn't be an issue.
He's just a very consistent type of horse, isn't he, really? Sort of always there or thereabouts, and usually gives his running.
For sure, he's a forward-going horse. It's a horse that we tried him over 14 as well, and but he has shown a bit more speed down in his races. So which you need round the valley too. So we've got a bit of a tricky draw in 11, which is not ideal. But hopefully, if we get a clean break and get a good forward spot, I think looking at the race, he should be very competitive.
You mentioned that run over 14, actually ran second to Mark Wynn. So, I mean, overall, his form's pretty good. I guess the biggest hurdle, as you say, is that barrier. If he overcomes that, then he's got to be a fighting chance again, isn't he?
For sure. Like I said, he's consistent, he's improving. And looking at the field, if he can overcome the draw, he should be thereabout.
There's Andrea talking about Happy Park. Another happy in the race, Paul, is Happy Soul, who runs third here. Ka-Ying Power fourth, had every chance. Happy Soul, two-time course and distance winner. He's placed numerous times over the 1200 at the Valley also.
Yeah, he's found a nice race here at Happy Soul. He's drawn 8, so he should get back again. He should get his opportunity with all his pace in the race. And he did finish off nicely behind Side Happy here, with Happy Soul, and you can see him coming down the outside. So, look, he's definitely one of the chances.
Got a decent bump there at the 250 metre mark too, did Happy Soul. What about Circuit Duffy? This is 2 starts ago when he won, followed the leader and was victorious. He has since finished down the track behind California Deeply. That was from barrier number 9, the win from the gate he drew this night, barrier number 1.
Barrier 1. So, look, he goes in as well. He sort of came up in the weights, had that awkward draw. So he's definitely worth another chance. It was a nice win from here, just managed to hang on there. Did Circuit Duffy. He wouldn't have won it too much further. But, yeah, he goes in the numbers.
Happy Park's been one of yours you're sticking with?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with him. He's got to overcome 11, so that's just a little sort of fish hook for him, but I think he can. So he's on top. Spirit of Peace was a good debut run for him with Zach Pert and John Size teaming up. Circuit Duffy and Lakeshore Hero in there for 4th, 4829.
That's the 5th at the Valley on Wednesday night, the first leg of the Triple Trio. Race number 6 is a Class 4 and it's over the distance of 1,650 metres. Harmony Galaxy coming off a last start second. Silver Up has the tongue tie going back on. Escape Route back in distance. To Infinity last start winner carries an extra £7 for it. 5 Foot's won a trial since his last outing. An Amazing Award. Just racing without a touch of luck at the moment out of the Eustace stable, but 5 Foot's the leader here, Paul.
Yeah, look, he led all the way in the recent trial. Smart City's drawn a lot better, so he had a bit of a tough run last time. Harmony Galaxy went back from a wide draw. I think they'll be a little bit more positive with him. Atomic Beauty, Perpetual Power, Silver Up should get a nice run along the road.
Winning form To Infinity last time, victorious over the 1,650 metres. This was his 5th win at course and distance. Alexi Bedell rides once again for Jamie Richards.
Yeah, he's a 2-time winner in this class, but he does struggle when he gets up towards the middle or top of Class 4. That's just a little query for him, but it was a nice enough win here. Did have the race run to suit, and he finished off really strongly. So, good win from him. Tradition, as you say, was a better run. Another one that didn't get the race run to suit. But I was happy to watch these two.
OK, we'll leave them right where they are, unlike this one, who quite possibly might be going into the selections. Harmony Galaxy after his last start placing where he tore down the outside to run third behind the Azure.
Slightly slow away last time. He's drawn a lot better in 8. He drew 12 here. So if he can jump better, which he has done in the past, then he can sort of get a lot closer in the run, and I think he'd be tough to beat. You can see him coming down the outside here, and the last bit of this race was very, very good, wasn't it? A couple of strides past the post, he was in front, probably 1.5 strides actually.
Absolutely flew down the outside. Firefoot's been on the improve also. He's had a trial between starts and he's up outside the leader. Wins this trial, ran second behind Lucky Touch 2 starts ago, then a 6th behind Good Luck Win before this.
Yeah, so he's a horse that's sort of showing his best once he stepped up in distance. He didn't show much before, but now he's up to the 1650. The trial was good. He's got Zach Burton aboard from barrier number 6. I think they'll be very positive on him as well. So look, he looks the main danger. He's probably going to start favourite as well.
So that is the breakdown of runners in race number 6, but Harmony Galaxy off that fast finishing third last time.
Yeah, he really caught the eye, didn't he? And he's coming down to a mark where I think he can win. He did arrive on 68, he's down to 59 now, so he's on top, 5 foot there for second. Silver up, he should get a lovely run, 3 back on the rail, and he's got the tongue tie on from barrier number 2. And Smart City's got a lot better draw, 110.34.
Harmony Galaxy for Paul to break through at start number 10 in Hong Kong for his maiden victory. Race number 7 is the Group 3 feature. It's the running of the January Cup. Last year's winners at the top of the book, that is Happy Together. Encountered's won over the distance at Shah 10 of 1,800 metres. The Golden Scenery, first look at the distance, and also Happy Valley. Moments in Time ran second last time behind Chill Chibi. Money Catcher won the race 2 years ago. Flamingo Trillion's a 3-time course and distance winner, and Romantic Lau a winner in Class 3 last start with joint leaders here, Paul.
Well, Flamingo Trillion's got the low weight and drawn nicely, and he likes to lead, so he should get to the front first. It's just Star Contact's drawn a little bit awkwardly, so he might just go and push on with it. If he doesn't challenge Flamingo Trillion, then Money Catcher will, because he's drawn 12 and I think he's going to have to push on. Encountered should get a nice run with the Woodfire Pro. Moments in Time ran a lot better when they sort of held him up. Romantic Lau, Helene Feeling will get back. Last City Blanche gets back with Shai G Patch. Now, the one Happy Together, he's drawn 10, so he'll need luck.
We'll talk more about Happy Together shortly. Firstly, though, Nick, with Hugh Bowman on Moments in Time.
Hugh, January Cup time is upon us at Happy Valley, the one and only group race there at the City Circuit. You're riding Moments in Time, a horse who certainly looks to have his chance in a race like this.
I think so. I was delighted with his performance last start at Happy Valley, and you know, he's a very consistent horse, and he's had a bit of a mixture of distances and classes to contend with over the last 12 or 18 months, but I truly think he finds a race that he can feature in, and you know, like I said, he put the writing on the wall last time. I rode him a bit differently, from a wider draw. I just thought I'd try to switch him off because he's a very competitive individual. Even in his work, he really wants to get on with it. And, you know, I just took a bit of action out of the barriers and settled him. I didn't mean to get quite as far back as I did, but when Zaxors jumped the crossing or whatever it did at the 200 metre mark on the first lap, it sort of took us out of the race a little bit. But I mean, with a lap to go, we had plenty of time, and I just, you know, if he can come out of that race on an upward spiral, he's certainly well placed here.
I guess for the type of horse he is here, obviously this is an 1,800 metre race. He has got a sort of a ready turn of foot when required. I mean, he showed it last time, didn't he?
Well, he did, but he was relaxed, you know, and he doesn't show that if you ride him up on the speed and let him use that energy in the early stages. So the race appears to set up so that, you know, I might be able to take a more handy position, but I think it's vital that I do, you know, make a point of switching him off in the early stages to get the best out of him.
He's got the 1-2-5. I guess having a horse like Fun Together in there at the top obviously brings him in a relatively nice racing weight too.
Well, indeed, that's right. So, you know, he inevitably carries the top weight or close to it in this class of race or against these class horses. But with that horse in there, it just pushes him down to the middle of the weight scale, which is going to assist when I asked him to go.
You've gone close to him a couple of times from sort of limited rides. It'd be nice to tick off a decent one. Obviously, the one and only group race we've got at Happy Valley, so certainly worth winning for sure, isn't it?
They're all worth winning, Nick, regardless of the class. So this horse, like I said, I was really delighted with him the other day, and there's no reason why he can't reproduce that.
From Hugh Paul, we head to the Longines Hong Kong Mile, and this is Happy Together. No issue with the 1,800 metres around Happy Valley because he won the 2024 edition of the race, but will have to shoulder £135 to go back to back.
And barrier 10. He's the class horse of the race. He's rated 110, this horse. Been running against the best. This is Voyage Bubble. Still stayed on nicely for fifth. The negatives are that barrier. I don't know where he's going to be in the run with that big weight, and he's going to be quite short. He'll probably start favourite. So I'm happy to look elsewhere.
All right, a word of caution on Happy Together. Encountered, this is 2 starts ago where he has no luck in the straight. Money Catcher hasn't won for a while, and both La City Blanche and 5G Patch, who finished down the track in this race, this was a Group 2, have failed in the Vase since.
Yeah, they have. La City Blanche runs okay at Happy Valley, has won there before. Encountered as a horse I've always had plenty of time for. He's changed stables now. He's had a few runs for David Hall, and this was a really good run. Obviously no match for the winner, but you can see him being held up there a couple of times and then finishing off strongly once again. So he looks in good fettle, and he likes Happy Valley. He's run some really good races here, especially over the 1650, and he's drawn well, so I've included him.
Good report for him. Off to Chung Fa now for one more trial we go, Paul, with Flamingo Trillion, Helene Feeling and the Golden Scenery. 3 nice horses, I guess being a Group 3, they're all nice horses, but these 3 have all done good jobs for their owners.
Yeah, they have. The Golden Scenery is the unknown because he's never been there before. Flamingo Trillion is a course and distance specialist. He's won 3 times, no question. And Helene Feeling likes his way around there as well. He's only had 2 goes over the 1,800 metres Happy Valley for a win and a placing. And I thought he was going slightly better than Flamingo Trillion here. As you can see them hitting the line together, they were both given a decent workout. And Flamingo Trillion will be one of the favourites. And I thought Helene Feeling might start at a bigger price with the stablemate in the race. So I'm going to go that way.
Value for you to win the January Cup then?
Yeah, I'll go with Helene Feeling. He's won over the 1,800 metres here in the past, and he's got a stablemate in the race. Moments in Time will probably be more favoured than Helene Feeling, especially from 9. So he's on top to beat Encountered, Flamingo Trillion, and we'll put Moments in Time in there for 4th. 7, 4, 10, 6.
Race 7, number 7, Helene Feeling for Paul to win the Group 3 January Cup. And race number 8 now, this for the Class 3 Gallopers, and it's over the 1,200 metres. Kairos Dragons racing well at the top of the book. Americ Despexo and Eternal Fortune both step up in trip. All Greek to Me, cheek pieces off. One-Eyed Blinker goes on. California Deeply winner last time in Class 4. Spicy Gold's won 3 of his last 4 starts. Happy Fat Cat has the cheek pieces off, and a wider draw for Golden Empire down towards the bottom, Paul, with All Greek to Me running to the top.
Yeah, look, he leads over 1,000 easy, and he's drawn 8. I think he'd be able to get across All Greek to Me. I mean, Happy Fat Cat, what do you do with him? Because sometimes he jumps, sometimes he doesn't. If he jumps, he can put himself right there. If he doesn't, he'll be out the back somewhere. So he's the big query. Sergeant Pepper likes to go forward. Spicy Gold has got a lot better draw. Eternal Fortune should get himself into a nice position. Super Joy and Fun likewise. California Deeply was slightly closer last start, so he might be one place further forward. Golden Empire, just a little query from Barrier 11.
We have an interview for race number 8. Nick is done with the rider of California Deeply. It is Brenton Avdallah.
Brenton, California Deeply, one of your rides on Wednesday night, managed to get the win over the 6 furlongs last time out. He did it in pretty good style too, didn't he?
He did. It finally set up well for him and he was able to get the job done. It was a long time coming. He had a bit of a break between wins, but he's always been a horse that's, definitely been up to that level and even to Class 3. So nice to get a win with him, and hopefully it gives him a bit of confidence stepping out on Wednesday night again.
You mentioned that sort of luck element. I guess he is the type of horse that's a little bit of a hostage to fortune, isn't he, given his running style?
Yeah, and look, he usually begins okay, but sometimes he lacks a bit of speed after a furlong, and if he draws those middle to out gates, and the Valley can be playing a little bit up and in, he just struggles. But from his draw the other night, he was able to begin well and posse up just behind the pace, and we were able to get the job done with him. So look, he's drawn middle there on Wednesday night, but if he can begin well and put himself somewhere in a position like that again, well, he's going to give himself a chance again.
He's gone up naturally in the weights by some £7, but he's off for 64. He has won off 69 in the past. So do you think now that maybe he's got his head in front again, there might just be that sort of pound or two up your sleeve that you can work with?
I hope so. Look, like I said, he's a Class 3 horse, at this sort of rating, and if he can, get a race run to suit and get his luck in running, then he's going to be a chance again.
There's Brenton on California Deeply. Here's Paul now on our first replay featuring Super Joy and Fun, who's just having no real luck with barrier draws. Spicy Gold gets Alexi Bedell back on board this week. He's got a good record on the horse. Kairos Dragon second. He's been pretty unlucky since, but he charges home this night, Paul.
He does, and he's drawn nicely in barrier 4, so he's going to be a little bit closer in the run as well. He did put 2 together earlier in the season, so he's more than capable, I think, of finishing off strongly once again in this race. So he definitely goes in. And Spicy Gold, no luck whatsoever. So that was a forget run for him. And he's another one that's got a really good draw.
Our next one features Eternal Fortune stepping up in trip to the 1200. He's been racing consistently over the 1,000 with 3 placings at his last 3 starts, and All Greek to Me couldn't lead this night. Youthful Spirits just burnt them for speed.
Yeah, look, he has, and a really nice win from Youthful Spirits, or a good run, I should say, from Youthful Spirits. He just knocked up late with Healthy, coming down the outside with Eternal Fortune. It was a good run from Eternal Fortune, and the way he hit the line, 1200 looks ideal for him. So, look, I think he's a big chance in this.
Good report for him. One more to look at. It's Americ Despexo's resuming run. He ends up running 4th, his last turning for home. This was over 1,000 metres, and he has performed well over 1,200 metres on several occasions.
Yeah, 4-time course and distance winner for Americ Despexo. Got to the outside fence and finished off really strongly. He's definitely one of the main chances in the race, and I like the way he finishes off this race. A good run from him, so yeah, he definitely goes in.
There it is. That's a breakdown for what's a pretty good field, race number 8.
Yeah, nice field this one. I'm going to go with Eternal Fortune though. See if he can finish off over the 1200 to beat Americ Despexo. Kairos Dragon. I said he put 2 together. Actually won one at the back end of last season, then one fresh up this season, but did win 2 in a row. And then Spicy Gold in there for 4th. 4, 3, 1 and 8.
And that's the preview for race number 8. Eternal Fortune to step up to the 1,200 metres for Paul and be victorious. Happy Valley race number 9 now. Preview time for the last. It's a Class 3 over the 1,800 metres, and Noble Pursuit's had 2 trials since his last start. Speed Dragon, first look at Happy Valley for him. California Totality, a winner last time at Sha-Tin, carries an extra £4 for it. Super Unicorns place 2 from 3 this class. Quantum Patch has the blinkers off. Dilbar has the shadow roll off, and the chickpeas is going on. And Sure Joyful, racing very consistently, so much so he's going to have his first look in this grade, and everybody's getting their chance.
Yeah, I think they will over this 1,800 metres. There's a big run to that first bend, so it gives everyone a chance to find positions. Summer Can likes to go for it. California Totality might cross him and end up leading. Sure Joyful can put himself there. Toy Soltero raced handily last time and ran better. Noble Pursuit, Comet Splendido, and then back, I think Speed Dragon from his wide draw have to go back. Quantum Patch goes back as well.
Winning form first up, California Totality. This is last time at Sha-Tin. He was absolutely smashed in the betting this day and delivered. Geez, had no luck with the barriers. 13, 12, 11 and 12 at his last 4 starts. He'll have to win from barrier 10 if he's going to this week.
Yeah, exactly. And look, he's only had one go over 1,800 metres, not here at Happy Valley, but that was at Sha-Tin, and he has won it. So the distance looks ideal for him. That was his last start, and this is the one we're seeing now, beating Pray for Mer. So a nice win for California Totality. I think he can overcome that 10 with that long run, and he's in good form, and last season he did put 2 together, win them in a row. So he's a horse that can hold form.
Good report for him. Next replay is at Happy Valley. Features Toy Soltero, Semicand and Comet Splendido. Semicand trailing the speed this night. This was Toy Soltero's first and only go at the 1,800 at Happy Valley, and by far his best performance in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and he sat on the pace. He's got Zach Purton aboard as well. With this horse. So, look, I haven't got him in on a win line, but I'm going to put him in just on a minor line, Toy Soltero. You can see him, he looks a real stayer, doesn't he? Just sort of one pace as he comes down. They did finish in a bit of a clump as well, but he wasn't too far away from the winner.
Sure Joyful, super honest, rarely misses a check when he goes around, but he's unknown when it comes to Class 3. Here he is last time over the 1650. He gets back and he ran on in this race. He goes over the 1,800 metres for the first time also.
Yeah, look, he is bred for it as well. Does come in with a light weight, does Sure Joyful. He is by Tarzino. I mean, he's only a 3-time winner from his 33 starts, but he is quite a consistent horse. I didn't really know what to make. It was a good run last time. I didn't really know what to make of him first time up in grade, so I'm going to watch him.
Super Unicorn's been back to the trials, this over the 1,200 metres on the all-weather. He has been favourite. His last 4 starts, beaten favourite 3 times.
Yeah, he's proving a little bit costly there, is Super Unicorn. Look, I'm going to put him, another one I'm going to put in on a minor line. I just wonder about this class for him. He's only had 3 goes on it, and he has been placed twice, so you can't really say he's not up to this grade. Barrier 8, he'll try and slot in, but you wouldn't want to take a short price about him.
He's a victim of that huge winning class 4, isn't he? Still wanting bolted in. That is a Super Unicorn. Who do you like in the last?
I go with see if California Totality can put 2 together. Coming here to Happy Valley, he's on top to beat. Now, Sunstrider, he's been a frustrating horse because he's always looked like he's going to win a race and he gets here a few times. I'm going to give him another chance here. Super Unicorn and Toy Soltero, 4, 9, 6, 10.
That's the race-by-race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. It's January Cup night. We race on the A course, and the first of the 9 races is at 6:40 local time.